Welcome to English Connection Podcast, the podcast that will help students to speak English fluently. Hey everyone, welcome to our show. I'm Sophia, your hostess. In today's show, I'll interview amazing students, Alice, Vinicius, Arthur, Isabella, Marley, Mavi, and Isabella. And we're going to talk about an important issue. Vinicius, can you tell us what we are going to discuss today?
We are going to reflect on the importance of water, where people suffer from the lack of clean water, and how it can affect their lives. Besides that, we are going to think about solutions to this serious problem.
Thank you, Vini. So, let's get started. Marley, why do we celebrate World Water Day?
On World Water Day, we celebrate the importance of water and have the 2.2 billion people in the world without clean water. The date focuses on take action and change the scenario of the global crisis and the course of people who end up in this situation. It also came to support the achievement of ONU Sustainable Development Goal 6, Water and Sanitation for All by 2030.
Great, Marley. So it's a really relevant topic. Alice and Arthur, what is the history of this day?
The idea for this International Day goes back to 1992, the year in which the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in Rio took place. That same year, they adopted a resolution by which 22 March was declared World Day for Water.
Later on, other celebrations and events were added. For instance, the current International Decade for Action on Water for Sustainable Development between 2018 and 2028. These events serve to reaffirm that water and sanitation measures are key to poverty reduction, economic growth, and environmental sustainability.
Amazing contribution, Alice and Arthur. What is the focus of World Water Day this year, Bella?
This year, the focus is on groundwater, an invisible resource but with a huge importance. Groundwater is water found underground in aquifers, geological formations that host substantial quantities of water. Groundwater feeds springs, rivers, lakes, wetlands, and seeps into oceans. It's resourced mainly for rain infiltrating the ground.
As you said, Bella, we can see groundwater, but it's crucial to our lives. Mavi, how many people in the world suffer from a lack of clean water?
According to the World Health Organization, more than 785 million people don't have access to basic water services, and more than 884 million people don't have safe water to drink. Besides that, more than 2 billion people worldwide don't have access to basic sanitation. More than 25% of the world's population.
Unbelievable, Mavi. They are shocking facts. Which regions are most affected by the water shortages?
The most affected areas are from Africa and Asia. The regional disparities are stark. In sub-Saharan Africa, 75% of the population lack basic hand washing facilities, followed by Central and Southern Asia at 42% and Northern Africa and Western Asia at 23%.
These inequalities are terrible. People from these areas really suffer from this water crisis. And how does the lack of this service affect communities, Arthur and Alice?
Worldwide, water-related diseases and deaths happen all the time. Annually, there are 1.7 billion cases of diarrhea among children younger than 5 years old. An estimated 450,000 children younger than 5 years old die from diarrhea, mostly in developing countries. This amounts to 90% of the 5.8 million deaths of children younger than 5.
Millions of people suffer from neglected tropical disease, such as schistosomiasis. These diseases are most often found in places with unsafe drinking water, poor sanitation, and insufficient hygiene practices. In addition, women and girls are most likely to be responsible for collecting water for their family. So, it's difficult for them to attend school during the school hours.
That's an awful reality, Arthur and Alice. What can you say about it, Vini?
Time spent collecting water or seeking a safe place to account for billions of dollars in lost economic opportunities. They spend hours multiple times per day, waiting long lines at community water kiosks or walk to distant sources like rivers and ponds to find it. This time spent and income not earned.
An estimated $260 billion in loss globally each year due to lack of basic water and sanitation.
It's true, Vinny. This water crisis really impacts the economy worldwide. Every $1 invested in water and sanitation provides a $4 economic return from lower health costs, more productivity, and fewer premature deaths. Marlio and Bella, is it possible to observe these effects in our city?
Yes, it is. In Macapá, about 60% of the population doesn't have access to clean water. This reality contributed to many social problems and the proliferation of disease. The lack of basic sanitation is combined with improvised solutions for collecting water and dumping sewage, usually in the river itself.
Considering the big cities in Brazil, Macapá leads the ranking with the worst sanitation. Only for out 100 people have access to the water system. The situation is even more serious in the suburbs, but the infrastructure is more precarious. According to data from the World Health Organization, the lack of access to water can bring extremely negative impacts for our social environment.
So, lack of water and sanitation is a serious issue in Macapá, and it causes bad consequences to our population. Isa and Mavi, what is water resource management, and how important is it for cities?
Water resources planning can be defined as a set of policies that aim to guide and implement the management of water resources in a given state or region. For example, the definition of goals in relation to the protection, enhancement, and improvement of aquatic ecosystems.
The management of water resource is important because it ensures that water is available with quality for its most diverse uses, including public supply and the preservation of the environment. So it's possible to manage water resource in the best way, balancing demand and supply of water for people.
Great! It has a huge importance to people and the environment. What are the possible alternatives to minimize these problems, Alice and Arthur?
It's possible to solve the problems related to water resource. For this, action at the global, national, local, individual levels must be implemented. One of the ways to activity is the encouragement of recycling with the use of rain and irrigation control in agricultural activities.
It's relevant to keep changing individual behaviors with the aim of consuming less and better, reducing the pollution generated and the water consumed. Take shorter showers and don't leave the tap running while you're brushing your teeth or until you're ready to rinse a bunch of dishes at once.
Amazing ideas! What can you add about it, Vinny?
To satisfy the human standard of living, the world's water consumption goes beyond what we ingest, using the bathroom or in the taps at home. The production of good and food takes incredible amounts of this precious liquid. It takes up to 10,000 liters to produce a single pair of blue jeans, for example. So, being less consumers is a way to help our planet.
Excellent! We've got to reflect consumerism because it wastes our natural resources and produces a giant amount of trash that pollutes the environment. So now, leave a message or reflection for our audience about what each of us can do to use water more efficiently and sustainably.
For these and many other reasons, we must use water more efficiently and sustainably so that we also can help others to access clean water and all the benefits it can provide.
On this very special date, we must remember how important water is for us and try different means of saving and using a more ecological and conscious way.
Even though it is a global crisis, water shortage can be minimized with small actions, such as preventing leaks or switching from hose washing to bucket washing. These small actions start with you and me, and we can make the difference.
I think everyone can help the world in different ways. You can stop spending too much water, opting for less time-consuming baths, turning off the tap while you brush your teeth, reusing machine water to wash the sidewalks, and so on.
Great! They are amazing ideas. We really need to reflect on it. Thank you for your participation. Alice, Vinicius, Isabella, Mario, Arthur, Mavi, Isabella. You are amazing and I loved talking to you. Okay, this is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening and I hope you enjoyed our podcast. See you next episode. Goodbye!